Greetings, men and gentle ladies. I'm the man with the inside voice to all inside voices, Anonymous, or just Anony for short. Some of the many interactions we've seen across the in Disventure camp all stars. One of the most important ones has been Ali and Riya, which has also caused significant discourse because while a lot of people believe that Ali should know better than to trust anything that comes out of Riya's mouth, since at this point she's been proven to be a backstabbing liar who's only out for herself. However, I feel like I can explain why she did it. Now, I'm not here to try and justify everything that Ali has done in this recent episode. I can agree that her recent actions are inexcusable, but I do believe there's a logical reason for all of this. So entering All Stars, Ali's ever in a troublesome predicament. Her popularity has kinda sunk since she revealed she was dating Hunter because everyone knows that Sally's better. She's gotten a lot of hate comments about both it and her general performance in season 2, which has caused a severe hit on her self-confidence and led her to develop a deep insecurity over how people see her. Insecurity leads to vulnerability, which leads to corruption. And from then along, we already have a decent setup for Ali to fall from grace compared to Riya. But it's one thing to have the setup. Riya and Ali wouldn't need to talk if Ali had other people to talk with, which is where the second point comes in, a lack of positive interactions with other people. Ali spends most of the pre-merge interacting with Hunter and the relationship is filled with conflict. They literally spend days in dialogues with them to get a just argument between each other. This wouldn't be so bad and if this wasn't Ali's only significant interaction on early All-Stars, which ends up painting her interactions moving forward. Then Hunter gets eliminated, which is Ali to have only Tess left to interact with. And to give credit where credit's due, this is arguably one of the few positive relationships in All Stars, if not the Dispenser camp in general. They're calm, they're friendly, they're not yelling at each other. They seem to get along just fine. So naturally gets thrown to shreds by Tess being the final pre-merge boot. After she's out, Ali's basically left alone, which I think segues into what I think is the biggest reason why Ali eventually came to listen to Riya, and it's something that's been building up since the very beginning. Because right from the start in All Stars, Ali was practically conditioned into thinking that taking the first step in starting a relationship, or more specifically her being the one to take the first step, can only lead to disaster. Look at her track record. She tried to make an alliance with Fiora in the first few episodes, but that went nowhere, though you can make the argument that Hunter's the main reason it failed. Then she tried to talk to Jake, but that didn't end well either, partially because they did it at a bad time, and partially because her temper flared up at the worst possible time. Then, when Hunter gets voted off, she tries to get close to Ashley. Again, this fails because Fiora manipulated Jake into thinking Ashley's gonna replace him, which only feeded on their mutual hatred for one another. Even later during the superhero episode, where the Heroes Alliance has been established, she tries talking with Connor when he seems to be feeling down, but that also goes wrong, leading them into a fight with the villains that ends with them dying. What does Ali and Ria's interactions have that's different from all these failed ones? Ria's the one to take the first step. Not only that, but while manipulative and clearly out for herself, Riya isn't outwardly malicious or negative. She's relatively neutral, even friendly at times. After many failed interactions where there was some negativity in the air, either on Ali's end or the other person's end, Riya's interactions come across as a breath of fresh air. It doesn't hurt that Riya actively helps out in the episode 12 challenge by giving her the flat, a bit of help that she hasn't received from anybody else otherwise. Yes, she's manipulating her, but it really says something that the most friendly interaction Ali has had since Ted got voted out comes from the person who's trying to use her. To add insult to injury, it's not like Ali has much of a choice considering how the Heroes Alliance is constructed. When the merge happened, they had Ashley, who was never gonna make Ali her priority compared to Jake. Tom, whom she barely knows and given her past experience, probably is too afraid to take the first step and ruin everything. Aiden, who's more of the same. Connor, who she does seem to get along fine but isn't that close with. And Jake. We don't talk about Jake. This leaves Ali as the outsider of the Heroes Alliance, a status that doesn't improve as the game goes on. While the guys manage to grow closer when Aiden and Jake deal with their animosity, Ali's just kinda left to the side to do her own thing, with her bad experiences with interactions causing her to be hesitant to try and make new ones. Don't get it twisted though, she does at least try to interact with people again when Greg sees her exercising, but once again, this goes wrong. Greg ends up being offended when Ali tries to connect with her and puts her in her place. They only manage to get someone along after the challenge, where Corette herself walks up to Ali and talks to her, once again reinforcing the idea that if Ali takes the first step, it's going to end in disaster. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Again, I'm not trying to justify Ali's actions or try to make her bad turn seem like it was perfectly written. This is Dispenser camp after all. I just wanted to give my opinion on how one piece of it, Ali's trust of Rhea, does make sense, and how the seeds for it were being planted all the way from the start of the series. And for those who want to argue that Ali should have stayed loyal to the Heroes Alliance anyway, that things could have improved for her if she simply tried, let me give you a hypothetical scenario. Let's say she stays loyal and helps the heroes get rid of the villains. With them gone, the heroes will have to turn on each other, and the first target is 100% going to be Ali because she's not really connected with any of them. Even if Tom and Ashley were still here, Tom's gonna stick with Jake because of guilt, and Ashley, even if she tries to be the mediator, is not going to be enough to save Ali from the wrath of everyone else. Ali's screwed no matter what. If she sticks with the full Heroes Alliance, she ranks 6th. If she sticks with what was remaining of the Heroes Alliance, she ranks 4th. Sticking with Riya and later Gret at least gives her a potential guarantee on the final spot. Anyway, that's it from me today. What did you think of the video? Did you like it? Did you not? Do you think the video explains why I trust Riya well enough, or is it still pure nonsense? Let me know in the comments down below. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night, everyone.
I don't like it. Let's go again.
No.